between Pack, Spam, Affi, and Mudda from Australia. Starting out on Bicycle Medic, this is a map we've seen all throughout the tournament. What is our expectations going into it now for the last time?
Well, we'll have to see. I forgot that there was a warm-up. I was so excited there for a second, and then it cut out on me. We'll have to see how these guys are able to keep consistency through the early turns. Of course, making sure that you get to that identity within about 2/10 of any of your opposition, going as deep as you can and slingshotting yourself up towards a victory. Very technical map. Really, you're looking for, you know, as you are on every map, these ideal lines, but we'll have to see who is able to get out to that lead, because it's not an identity that will make or break your run, but it is one where if you have been able to get an early lead, you can keep that through the identity pretty easily. So not a map defined by its identity, but definitely a map where the identity can cost you a little bit if you make a mistake on it. Early on here though, Mudda falling a 10th behind everyone else. Spam and Affi fighting with Pack here for that first spot. Mudda still within touching distance, still very close for these top three. Currently it's Pack and Spam though that lead the way. Short jump here over to the left. Now we drift around on towards the dirt. Moving through this dirt, we'll get up towards the first really tricky portion of the map. I say that, obviously the entire map is tricky, pretty hard, but avoiding this tree seems to be harder than most of the rest of it. Everyone able to dodge to the side of it this time. Less than half a second between all four racers. It's Pack in the lead, a 10th ahead of Spam as we get up towards the identity. Close enough to strike here, Spam. Only less than 2/10 behind, but Pack gets a good slingshot out. Looks like Affi's going to gain some time as well as overtaking Spam for that second spot. Mudda going very deep, too deep, doesn't get the slingshot. Affi will get second, Pack will get first, Spam third, and Mudda comes home in fourth.
Yeah, you know, I saw Mudda in last there early on in the route. I thought, is he going to go for the jump? Surely not, but he went left of the tree. You can go right of it. That is a strategy we've only seen him really implement, but good start for Pack, as it has been through the entire tournament. Affi, though, getting the important 6-pointer. And if we think about this in the bigger picture, we know that regardless of how Pack does, Affi and Mudda here need to beat Spam. And Spam, he needs to try to defend against these two players as they are behind him in the overall standing. So very important for Affi and Mudda to consistently beat Spam if they want to qualify, if they want to have a chance. But for Mudda, it's even more than that, because he has to win the entire match. He has to win and beat Pack here, who is one of the strongest contenders to beat Carl Jr., the overall favorite to win the tournament. Mudda here now with a lot of speed towards the dirt jump. Will try to catch Pack, but he might crash the checkpoint. Good release to save himself. Better than crashing for sure, but he drops down into 4th place with that. And now Affi is the closest in 2nd, though Spam right on his heels, right on his wheels, let's say, as they go into the identity. First turnaround now. Affi building up good speed there, extending the lead he has over Spam, and he could get a second 6-pointer here. I think it's a bit too much to catch up to Pack, and that will be the case. Pack in 1st, Affi 2nd, Spam rolling in 3rd, and Mudda for another 4th place.
Yeah, same results, 2 runs in a row there. Pack still leading the charge at 110.19 there. Pretty quick time. World record a 109.5. So still about half a second away from world record pace, but very quick, especially doing it as regularly as these guys are. Once again, we make our way down to the track. Affi a little bit behind. Everyone in the lead right now. Only about a 10th between them all. Last time, Mudda struggled a little bit during the middle section. Had to release, as we said, just to make sure that he didn't crash, and lost himself some time. 2 fourths in a row is going to be starting to wear on him a little bit once again. He falls down into 4th place. Affi in 3rd. Spam only 200s behind Pack here, and Spam is the one who's really challenging Pack for that 1st place. We're going to work our way up towards that dirt jump. You want to make use of all of the road here. Nice and tight to the left. Affi a slightly tighter line, but Mudda takes one that's way too tight, smashes straight into the tree, and yet he is out of this race. Next up though, Spam and Pack fighting for that 1st place. Spam about 2/10 behind here, has gained it, only a 10th as we get on into the final turns, looking for that more speed, but Pack has been so consistent through this identity, basically uncatchable, and once again slingshots his way to 1st place. Spam 2nd, Affi 3rd, and Mudda 4th.
Yeah, incredible consistency here from Pack. Just doing exactly as fast of a run as he needs to every round. We've seen winning times here before of 109.8, 109.9, but here, Pack controlling the field. 110.1 is what he needs to win 3 rounds in a row there. And as we're going on to the final round of Bicycle here, really not the start Mudda was looking for. He needs to win, and he's already down 21 points to Pack, so he could start to feel that mental getting to him, that he isn't having the start that he needed. So now, more important than ever, to get a performance, and 2 players have crashed to put him into a 6-point position. But will he be able to beat Pack for 10 here? Because that is, at the end of the day, as we say time and time again, that's what he needs. And there is a big battle behind as well, so what can Mudda do here to make up this difference? 0.2 of a second is not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but when you have to catch up 0.2 of a second to Pack, one of the best Trackmania players in the world, that is an eternity and a half to try to close that gap, and Pack is even extending it here to 37 hundredths, looking for that clean sweep on Bicycle, 40 out of 40 points, which is an incredible showing. And I think this also is danger signs to Carl Jr. of what is to come later in the tournament. This is one player that can challenge him for the trophy this year. 10 more points for Pack, 6 for Mudda, and it looks like Spam will get the 4, and Affi will get 3 to round out Bicycle.
Look at that run from Pack as well.
Oh my god.
109.75. That's within 16 hundredths of the world record. Wait, no, sorry. 1.6 tenths. Yeah, 16 hundredths. That was correct. I was right. My maths is right. Great stuff there from Pack. We're going to move on to our next map. Pack continuing to lead the charge. Next up here, I don't actually have it in front of me. Arctic Split. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, this is one to get excited for, chat. Arctic Split, we got to see 4 rounds of this map. And when it's played, it is a joy to watch because it's so exciting. It's so tense. Bicycle there, it's a bit of oh yeah, he has to lead in the identity. He's gonna win. Here, 3 jumps with incredible finesse and precision needed to avoid those pillars. You can see it there in the preview. The jump between there, you have to be just within a few pixels in order to make it every time. And we got to enjoy 4 rounds of this at the most important stage of the tournament. Very exciting here on Arctic Split.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing how these guys go through this map. Very technical, very difficult end to it. At the moment, the question is, can Mudda start to claw his way back into this one? Pack leading 40 points out of 40 so far. Currently, though, sitting down in 3rd place, only 500ths behind Spam, who's in 1st. First question that you have to ask is anyone going to take the dangerous jump as we see a few different lines here into the dirt half pipe? Doesn't look like Mudda's going to go for it, nor is Affi. Spam trying to come in from behind as well, but Pack has caught up. Spam about a 10th down on everyone else. Pack currently sitting in 3rd place as we work our way towards the identity. Just this wall ride, then a straight. Then we make our way into the first jump. Affi in the lead, then Mudda, then Pack, then Spam. First jump cleared for the first 3. Pack still bearing down on Mudda and Affi. Mudda, I think, just fell behind there. Didn't really clip too much. Affi still in 1st. Pack is going to overtake him on the final jump here. Mudda trying to catch up as well, but Affi will take 1st. Pack will take 2nd. Mudda will take 3rd. And Spam will come home in 4th.
And as we haven't really seen too much of Arctic Split, I can tell you this winning time, a 106.8, is really, really fast. For such a difficult map, it's incredible to stay within 0.6 of the world record like Affi did there. The world record, a 106.20 or 30, I believe, by Scrappy. So very, very close to that benchmark time. But now going into the 2nd round, we saw Pack go for that risky jump you mentioned, Medic, and we'll see it here again if anyone goes for it. In that middle jump, you can choose to go left, reduce airtime by jumping off less of the ramp and taking a more inside line. Pack has the lead here though, and might think better of it. We'll see. It does save time if you do it, but are you gonna go for it here? Oh, Pack decides to send it to the side there, and you can see he made it and extending his lead just a little bit, but Mudda and Affi are climbing back here with good speed, so it really doesn't save too much, contrary to just going around it. Once again, Spam a little bit behind as we're coming towards the identity. Last time here, Pack had great jumps to almost catch up to Affi, Now Affi in third. What can he do here? Still behind Mudda, who he has to beat. He has to beat Spam as well, and can he get it on the last jump here? He's about to overtake, and Mudda clips, Affi clips as well, and it's actually Spam to get second place there, right behind Pack, who gets another 10-pointer, now almost doubling the points of the others in the match. A great start for Pack, Spam with 6 points, Affi with 4, and Mudda gets 3 points there.
Yeah, Mudda just struggling a little bit there on the identity. Arctic Split, a very difficult map to work your way through, so I think it's just tricky, and you can't really blame Mudda for making those mistakes, but it's so vital for him to find these points out of somewhere. Currently, Pack leading the way. Looks like 3 points basically in the bag for him right now. 56 already collected in this round. He'll be looking to challenge Carl Jr. right at the top of the standings. For now, though, he still has to make his way through 2 more rounds of Arctic Split and look to continue his dominance. Once again, looking for that left side jump. He goes for it, wobbles a little bit, but still manages to land it. Mudda trying to chase him down, currently sitting in second place, but it's a long way away for him right now. Spam catching as well, a little bit more speed through this downhill, is going to overtake Mudda. Slightly higher line there into the wall ride, but Affi on a good line as well as we get on into the identity. All 3 of them clear through. I think Affi clipped just a little bit, just his wheel on the side there. Pack, though, so consistent until he clips as well, and now Spam is overtaken. Just put it between the goalposts. Spam will claim first place. Affi comes home in second, Pack in third, and Mudda in fourth.
Wow, that one, you can see how quickly it flips on Arctic Split. Like, you can have the lead the entire race. You make one small adjustment on that jump, and you can hit the pillar and drop down on the scoreboard. Doesn't really hurt Pack's overall score too much, though. It's still an incredible match here. Already a 20-point lead, and he's now halfway to that 120-point limit in the match. So a great start here. We see Spam there getting an important 10-pointer, I think, and now almost caught up to Affi in the overall standings. So Spam here staying alive. He really has to. He's playing his 8th World Championship, trying now to get into the top 8 positions. And in order to do that, he has to fight off these young, new talents in the scene. Affi and Mudda, the closest challengers to his spot to get into that top 8. Right now, he sits in 4th place in this round, and will find it very hard to make any progress without a mistake from the leading players. Affi here, though, challenging Pack for the win. He has a lot of speed towards the identity. Can he control these jumps now? Lines up the first one, Pack is out. Pack clips the wall, and Mudda now jumps into 2nd place. Very important for him to clutch this out and get these points. Same goes for Affi. Can they hit the last jump here between the pillars? Looks good for both. Spam looking for that 3rd place, and that's going to be the positions. Affi with 10, Mudda with a 6-pointer finally, and Spam with 4, and Pack getting 3.
Yeah, and Pack finally looks fallible at the end there, only getting 4th place, first time in this round. I believe that he has got 4th place, currently sitting at 63 overall. Next up, we'll be moving our way over to Paradise. A lot more ice on this map. Definitely somewhere that Mudda has some strengths, and we'll see how effective he can be on here, because Paradise is one of those maps where we talk about it a couple of times today. The freewheeling section, so important, maintaining speed through that. And then, of course, the start with the shortcut jumps. You need to make sure you are getting good lines through there so that you don't clip, you don't hit the top of the wall, you don't lose all of your early speed. But all of these guys obviously know that. All of these guys have a ton of experience. We'll see how well they can do. Mudda showing us he could do this in reverse if he wanted to. So we're not going to see reversing today.
He's fighting that Ish should never have been able to play reversing. I think one of his stronger maps. Mudda is usually good on these orthodox things in Trackmania, where many players were sort of just reject these new concepts. He sort of invites them. That's why we say he's one of the strongest on things like Arctic Split, on things like Half Pipe. Some of these more technically difficult identities is where he really shines, but he hasn't been able to show that because the maps have been banned, quite frankly. But now on Paradise, again, one of his better maps because of the ice section, where he really excels. Just needs to make sure that he can keep up with the others to get there, because Affi up front is driving very fast right now, and Pack and Spam with inside lines there will join him. So now Mudda has to try to keep up and then maybe he can make something happen in the identity. We'll see now as we come up to that freewheeling section. You mentioned the drift here. Very important to get a good turn here and push with speed without hesitation, as if you have more speed throughout this entire full speed part, you really benefit. Still so close up front. Spam, Affi, and Pack all side by side as we go up the ice wall and go down. Pack clipping the inside corner. Spam almost clipping the checkpoint. It's still Affi in first, but Mudda is challenging here, maybe with an inside drift. Spam falling off. Affi will win ahead of Mudda, and Spam, oh, almost turtling in, but it's going to be a 4th place there by 300ths of a second.
Yeah, Spam trying to go for the inside line there, just couldn't quite manage to hold it together. Pretty good time overall as well from Affi in the end, a 108.6. Definitely take that on a map like this, and we'll get on into the second round as we see who can really get to get all their ducks in a row here on Paradise. Once again, Mudda up in this early pack, a little bit behind everyone else actually. His starts haven't been the most clean of all of these players. Affi though falling back, clipping just the edge of that dirt as he tried to get the extra speed to work his way through this long drift to the right. Pack now with a good line is going to catch up with Spam, working left to right to use all of the dirt road. You really don't want to jump there at all, and now we get on into this drift. You can see Pack just taking a tighter line through here. Mudda losing a little bit of speed because of the width on his drift, but is going to be able to catch it up as well as we get out of the freewheeling section. Spam now in first. Mudda trying to chase him down. Pack sitting back in third. Mudda had a really good low line last time he went through this corner. Once again, the identity a bit tricky, but Spam manages it. We'll take a slightly higher line this time. Isn't going to turtle his way in. Gets a first place. Mudda second. Pack third. And Affi comes home in fourth.
And as we now see this match develop, we see it getting a lot closer. Pack has been getting these 3-pointers, 4-pointers, and Affi is almost about to catch up. Now, this is very scary for Spam, because if Affi wins or catches up to Pack there and gets the 3-pointer, that is then very important for Spam that he gets the 2-pointer right after. And we could end up in a situation where Spam as well is going to have to beat Pack here to get into playoffs. I mean, they're all really playing for the 3-pointer first of all. But Affi now in a great position after these rounds here. At 62 points overall. Mudda though, really desperation hour already with only 43. He cannot afford to lose grips of this match that he has to win in order to qualify. Really now has to step up and get these 10s himself. But Affi and Pack driving very solid up front. We saw him get a lot of speed out of this next drift here. So is it something he can repeat on this one? He sets it up wide for the speed. Pack at least had to drift there, and he might get a tiny bit closer, but no. The gap stays. Pack versus Affi here as we're going towards the first wall on Paradise. Pack going very high, very early. Affi setting it up more from the top. Oh, and Mudda has gone off the side, which should be a 3-pointer for him, but Affi maybe with the snipe. Not quite. Pack with the 10. Affi with the 6. Spam with the 4. And Mudda with the 3-pointer most likely here. Will roll in and get those 3 points.
Yeah, finishes it off. A little bit of an unfortunate situation there for Mudda. I was expecting to make it through that first identity a little bit better. Pack now 4 wins away from claiming himself that finalist badge, and perhaps claiming himself 3 more points. Of course, important for him to get that good seeding going into playoffs next week. It'll be a big win for him to make sure he avoids some of the tougher hitters when we get on into the semifinals and the finals. Once again, though, we are out on to Paradise. Pack about 2/10 behind. Affi, who's got off to a good early start here, managing not to clip the corner there as well. Keeps himself in the lead of this race, though. Pack and Spam are catching alongside Mudda, who's sitting just behind him in second place. Mudda with more speed over the jump there. We'll get a little bit of a lead into the dirt, but he clips on the right, and Mudda is basically out of this one. Not where you want to lose speed coming up into this freewheeling section. Pack and Spam with the tighter line here. Want to keep around 200 speed over that freewheeling, and Spam will work his way towards the first place. Pack all the way back. Affi and Spam now the two that are fighting really for first spot, but here comes Mudda powering through from behind. He's going to be able to get a good corner here, and he's chasing down Spam. He's got so much speed. Mudda from nowhere has managed to overtake. Will he get it in the final corner? Mudda claims the first 200s ahead of Spam. Affi comes home in third, and Pack comes fourth.
And with that, Mudda stays alive in the match just barely. If that was a 6, it could have looked very different. Now he finds himself just 28 points behind Pack, but also within range of Affi and Spam. And we are going to go to the next map here, which I actually don't have on my notes, Medic. Do you know what the next map are?
The Zigzag.
The Zigzag will be the next map. This is one of the new maps, of course. It's one where we've seen a lot of things happen. Of course, the ending with the drift, where you have to get 250 speed. We have the different lines in the middle, and then we have the grass jumps as the main identity on the track. Those 3 jumps where you have to keep speed. One interesting thing that we've heard here is that, according to the tie-breaking rules, if 2 players are tied here with Spam and Affi, then the player that wins in this match, the player that beats the other one, will win that tie. So if Affi and Spam are tied up points at the end of this match, whoever won between them will win. So essentially, Affi,
whoever won will win.
Yes. Does my logic check out here? So essentially, Affi, if he wins and beats one more player before Spam, then he will both catch up and tie Spam and also win that matchup, I think.
Yeah, Affi currently sitting 1 point behind Spam in terms of total standings. And because both of them qualified through Grand League, our first tiebreaker would have been that, but they are both equal on those points. And then, of course, if Affi places higher than Spam, he will automatically catch him on points and overtake him in terms of our tiebreaker rules. But for now, we still have rounds to go on the Zigzag. Pack in a small lead here, about 100th ahead of Affi, 500ths ahead of Mudda, and Spam about a 10th behind them both. Mudda with a good line here through the dirt, and Spam has got a good line as well. He's going to be able to catch up for the moment. And now we work our way into the Zigzags. The first part of the identity done. All 4 of the races pretty much within a hair's breadth of each other. Mudda with some good lines here. Affi has taken a lead though, and Pack going a little bit wide, maybe looking for extra speed through this final corner. Affi getting caught here by Mudda. Mudda overtakes him. Affi now in second place into the final corner. Pack with a good line as well. Affi looking to catch him on the line, can't quite do it. Everyone within half a second of each other. The top 3 within a 10th. Mudda first, Affi second, Pack third, and Spam fourth.
Yeah, Mudda, they're winning by less than 100th, but very importantly, he's winning 2 10-pointers now back to back to propel him back in the match, and he's slowly but surely making this comeback seem possible. Needs a win here and needs the positions in a very specific order after that too, but certainly not impossible, and it won't be over until the match is over. He's giving it all here in the final match of the group stage to show what he's capable of in his first world championship. All the players ahead jumping, Mudda staying on the ground, keeping the speed, will take advantage of that to go up into first now in the second round of the Zigzag. Can he hold on to this? We're going into the full speed part, a section where he should excel, knowing how to maintain the speed through the looping here, and he will with that extend his lead to 0.2 of a second now, the biggest lead that we've seen. But can he hold on? The identity and the ending is still to go, and a lot can still happen. Everyone is in the fight here. Spam only half a second behind in 4th place. Mudda though, good first jump, going low on the second one. Affi and Pack trying to land earlier to get more speed. And Pack here might have a great last jump to put him a bit closer to Affi, but he misses the drift, and that's going to make him crash down into last place. Mudda still with lead in this match, but does he have the speed for the final jump? He will indeed. 1:17.70, a great time to win that and make that 3 10-pointers in a row, Medic. Mudda is making the comeback happen.
And Mudda is flying right now, really getting into his groove, and this is kind of what we expected from Mudda. When we were starting to watch him, when we were coming into the World Cup, we thought Mudda would be this consistent challenger, this consistent threat near the top of the table, and perhaps it's just taking him a little bit of time to warm into it. Currently sitting at 76 points in 3rd place in this group. Pack has struggled a little bit as well, but right now he is the one in the lead. Affi at 84 points in 2nd place is trying to chase down Pack, Spam, as Mudda has fallen out. It's just as we praise him for being consistent, he is in last place right now. It's happened a few times to us over the last couple of days. Virtual. Pack leading the charge here, 3 tenths ahead of everyone else. Affi and Spam fighting for second place at the moment. Pack would have to make a mistake for them to be able to catch up, or they'd have to do something very special. Question is, can they find something? Can they find those tenths that they are currently lacking, those tenths that they require to catch up with the #1 ranked player from the UK? Right now, Pack onto the identities. Affi going for a slightly lower jump there, looking to try and get some more speed, and he is catching up with Pack just a tad as we work our way over the identity. Affi now in first place. Pack looking for the drift here. Does manage to hold on to it this time. Affi just ahead of him. Pack angling more. Look at how tight he takes that drift. Look at how wide he takes that drift, and look at how little speed he has. Affi will get first. Spam gets second. Pack gets third. And Mudda will bring it home in fourth.
Wow, very close ending there. And I mean, all times under 118 are incredibly respectable here. Affi with a tighter line on the last jump there to snipe the 10-pointer. He's now just 1 point behind Pack. It was 20 points earlier on in the match. So Affi, great comeback here to... I mean, if he wins this 3-pointer, isn't he then automatically qualified? As Spam has no possible way of catching up or winning the tiebreaker. So if he can beat Pack here, and if he can beat all the others, Affi could qualify for the top 8. It's all coming down to these next few rounds to see how that unfolds. But Mudda with another mistake now, as it matters most. Very unfortunate to see him +2 on the scoreboard there. The 3 others are battling on though. Small ramp cut here to reduce airtime, get the speed for the ice. Affi with the widest setup, with the best speed, could overtake Pack after this looping here. As look at that speed, he's just going to excel into first, and Pack hitting the pole into the looping will make this a 1 versus 1 now. Affi versus Spam, the 2 players closest in contention for that final playoff spot. 2 tenths separating them right now in this round, and if you're in Spam's car, you will want those 10 points no matter what. He tries with a very low jump, but almost ruins his run here. Will stay alive, but Affi all in his hands to get this 10-pointer, to get the lead in the match, and to get within 16 points of the finalist badge. He has the speed for the jump. Affi here is looking for the playoffs. Spam in second with 6 more points, Pack in third, and Mudda in fourth.
Yeah, big wins there for Affi, as you say. Up to 104 points, has overtaken Pack, who's still sitting at 99. Spam back at 83, and Mudda just behind him right now. I have been having a quick look at our standings. I think, as you say, Affi is guaranteed a spot if he wins this, but Spam is not guaranteed out. I think it depends on the results of Scrappy and Massa. Because, of course, Spam could still get up to 9 points. And so if Scrappy or Massa got 0 points, we'd have to look at the tiebreaker rules there to see if either of them would get knocked out by Spam. So still very much all to play for Spam, even if he doesn't get first place, assuming that some of the tiebreakers may go his way. Now, we are moving on to Slalom next. We've seen this course take many a life across the course of the last 2 days, and we'll see if people are able to navigate it successfully at the end of 2 long days of grueling Trackmania action. It is going to be tight. It's going to be close here, Wirtual, and we are on our way towards our first finalist. Affi will be looking to claim it. World record here. Going to have a quick mosey at my sheet. World record here is a 104.2. Expectations are mid 104s. You have to think, of course, with a map like this, it can be a little bit tricky, so anything in 104s is going to get you up near the top of the charts. Starting off, Spam, all of them are within touching distance of each other. Mudda taking a little bit more of a wide drift there to try and get the speed into this dirt section. Affi currently in fourth. Spam trying to chase on Mudda and Pack. Affi has fallen behind quite a bit here. Half a second away, and maybe this is Spam's chance to claim some extra points. Mudda very good through this map, but as I say that, he falls a little bit behind into Slalom. Now it's Spam and Pack. Pack leading by 2 tenths into this final line, into this final corner. The ice so tricky, so disastrous for so many people. We've seen even Pack himself fall out here. Keeps the grip, but Mudda's line is absolutely sublime. What a beauty as he tries to catch up with Pack. Won't be able to do it, but first place goes Pack. Second place to Mudda, third to Spam, and fourth to Affi.
Yeah, and you said Mudda's line there. That could be what can send him back in the match, because that line there, he gained 0.3 of a second on Pack's ending and almost claimed the win. If he was faster in the start, he could have had it there. Pack takes back the lead in the match now, 109. Bit of an unfortunate number to be at, because it means that if you win another round here, you're ending up at 119. Not really what you're looking for. Affi at 107, also just potentially 2 rounds away from finalists. And Spam and Mudda now are realizing this match is coming to a close soon. I have to step it up. I have to go faster now and get some more points to get closer to finalists myself. Currently, though, Spam sitting at the back of the field here. It's very close. All the players are within 25 hundredths of a second as we go up into the Reactor booster slalom. So important to commit to the turns here and to go up at full speed. And if we look at that battle up front, there's 2 cars right inside of each other, and that is Affi and Pack's cars, the 2 leaders in the match. Who's gonna get the 10-pointer here and get the closest to winning this matchup? Affi with an incredible inside line, but Pack with more speed. He has the advantage. Will Pack set this one into the finish? It's gonna be Pack to get the 10. Affi only 300s behind with 6 points. Spam getting the 4-pointer, and Mudda will finish here in 4th, getting 3 more points.
What a time that was as well, a 104.6, very fast, within 4/10 of the world record. And now Pack has once again come alive, needs one more finish to get himself finalist. Importantly as well, if he takes first place away from Affi, Affi will not be finalist this round. He needs first place to claim it, so we'll see if Pack can get himself a freebie, a free round where he's challenging to get those 3 points. Once again, we make our way down onto the track here for Slalom through the wall ride. Relatively easy stuff for these guys to start off. Of course, difficult for the rest of us, but they are very proficient at navigating these corners. Now we work our way into the dirt section and towards the first slalom of the race. No one falling out as of yet. Pack just a slight bit behind alongside Spam. Affi and Mudda are the ones leading the charge, but Pack, watch how quick he can be through this section. It gets a little bit more airtime than he would have wanted, and Spam is going to overtake him. Mudda, though, very much in contention here, and we've seen what his line can do across the course of these last few days. Spam slides out, Pack slides out. Mudda with a good line, though. Is he going to be able to overtake Affi? He does. And on the finish line, Mudda will claim first. Affi gets second. Spam third. Pack 4th. And Mudda does a 104.58. What speed is this?
Yeah, very fast there for Mudda to put himself over 100 points. But more importantly, he sniped Affi's first place to put Affi at 119 and essentially buying himself a little bit more time. Now, in order to stay alive in the match, all they have to do is try to deny Pack here. But if Pack closes this out, then he also closes out the playoff dreams for Mudda. I don't think it would be possible then to qualify. So at this point, you cannot afford any more mistakes. And Mudda is maybe already at the mercy of Affi and Spam to try to deny Pack, because he is 0.2 behind them. And this is going to be very hard to catch up against them. He tries, but he's only going to lose a little bit of speed here on the dirt. And it's 0.3 now down to Affi, who's leading as we go up into the Reactor booster slalom. Full commission from both the top 2 players here. Spam losing a little bit of ground, and it's only Affi between Pack and winning this one to try to go closer to Carl Jr. for the seeds. Let's see if Affi can get these 10 points. He only needs 1, but if he gets the 10, then he will deny the others and put himself in finalists. It's looking all but certain now. Affi will make it a double finalist here with a 104.55. A great time there by Affi to close out this round.
Crazy good time there from Affi. Absolutely stellar stuff. Spam picks up 3rd. Mudda comes in 4th, but Mudda still at least a win and a 2nd place away from that finalist position himself. Moving on. Now that we are done with Slalom, we will go towards the next map, and I have lost my sheet that tells me what.
Is it circles, medic? Is it circles? Oh, it's circles.
Let's go.
Okay, chat, it's time to get hyped. Circles as potentially the last map in this match. What more could we really want? This is where we'll find the closest matches between the players, as the map here, it really is just one where it's so hard to gain substantial amounts of time on the others. It's gonna come right down to the hundredths, because it's all about speed management, and they're all so damn good at it. Medic, I can't wait. We have 4 rounds of circles coming up. Let's just enjoy them for all they are. And starting us off here, it's gonna be Pack versus Affi, both as finalists.
Yeah, Spam and Mudda really need to upset the apple cart a little bit here. Need to get themselves in that first spot to stop Pack and Affi claiming those 3 points. Of course, Pack looking at it for seeding, Affi looking at it to get through to the final 8. Currently, Pack out to a small early lead, but Spam is chasing him down, looking to reel him in. Only 600ths between the two of them. Mudda going a little bit wide on that first corner is going to be a little bit behind, about 2/10 behind right now as we get on into this ice wall. High, no steer, as much speed as possible. That's the name of the game, and you can see all 4 of them with relatively similar speed through here. Looks like Pack and Spam are just that little bit quicker, but Mudda is going to be able to catch, and that slide through that section will give Mudda a bit of a lead as we drift up towards the left. Mudda going high. Everyone within a hair's breadth of each other right now, but Mudda with more speed coming through the grass as we get on towards the identity. All 3 of them, Pack, Mudda, Affi on top of each other basically as we look towards the first jump. Everyone pretty clean, but Pack is the one who has taken the lead. Spam's going to look low. So's Affi, so's Mudda. Pack just about ahead of them all, but does anyone have more speed? Pack should have this one. Pack will game first, Mudda came second, Affi third, Spam fourth. Pack claims 3 points for himself.
Yeah, Pack winning the match there basically seals the fate of Mudda as well. A great match so far, but the playoff dreams are now, I think, out of there, but he can still show what he's capable of here and try to get the second place to pretty up the scoreboard a little bit. Affi's still finalist, and Spam has now gotten over 100 points. But this is where it's going to get very exciting now. Affi needs to win this while he still has the chance undisturbed. There is no one else that can deny this win if he is first right now. Just needs to hold on to the speed in the ice wall. First of all, try to build it up towards that looping. Mudda with great speed, although he is in last place right now, could get ever closer. Watch Mudda here, as this is what he does best. This full speed part is where he could gain more time, but he is only losing ground in this round specifically. Spam holding out the fort right now, holding out Affi for that playoff spot. Affi trying to chase though. If he beats Spam here, he could go to the playoffs. That's all he needs to do right now. 2 more jumps on the circles. The first one is there for Affi. He has a car length lead to work with on the final jump. Will Affi go all the way through? More speed on the jump. Good landing for Affi, and this is the victory road here for Affi, for Team BDS. He will take the 2 points here, and it could be enough to put him into the playoffs.
Great run there from Affi. Spam almost caught him right at the end, 400ths behind, but a superb finish for Affi. He gets 2 points, as you say. Pretty sure that guarantees him a spot in our playoffs. We'll have to make sure that we check that, but he is now currently sitting at 8 points. Spam would be only at 8 himself if he wins this one, so I actually think that might mean that Affi is in and just Spam is out right now. Having a look at it, I don't think anyone else can catch him. I think Spam has just lost his position in playoffs to Affi winning that. Obviously a huge loss for him, and both he and Mudda out of playoffs contention here, but they will look to finish this one out. A bit of a consolation run for them as they close out this map. Mudda with the lead on these final few corners, but it's all done but the final couple of laps for these guys. Of course, Spam and Mudda, great competitors, have really pushed their competition across the course of the weekend, just not quite enough and at the final hurdle to close it out. Big win for Affi. Yeah, I'm checking my maths. I'm pretty sure Spam is just out now.
It could very well be. I think Binks would be the closest contender, but we don't know the results of that match yet, of course. But as you said, it's been a great weekend of play by both of these players, Mudda and Spam, and I mean, they really show themselves to be amazing Trackmania players, but at the top level, it is so brutal, where as deeper we go in the tournament, the more players get eliminated. It's just the name of the game. And this time, Mudda at least being one of them, but still trying to show up here in his final round of the tournament. Can he beat Spam here? And, you know, hold on to a little bit of honor, get a little bit higher on the scoreboard. Needs good speed here in the ice turn, and that looks like a great ice part from Mudda, and That is a penguin that's gonna go flying once again. Now he should be able to get even more through this looping with good speed slides across the grass. Mudda is going into the sunset right now. 0.4 ahead of Spam before the circles. And a great lead to work with to try to close out this finals attempt. Let's see if Mudda can do that. He has the lead. First jump here, important to set up far to the right so you can get a low jump into the first quarter pipe. Executes that really beautifully. He loses a little bit of ground, but he still has plenty to work with here. Spam getting maybe a little bit closer, but Mudda has that. And I think we have a conclusion to the match here. Pack will win it. Affi in second. Mudda gets third, and Spam now in fourth in this match. And as you said, potentially now out of the playoffs.